What's good, YouTube? Swiftly here, back with another episode of ranking 500 plus video game franchises. As you can see on your screen, this is where we are currently at with our rankings. We have masterpiece, we have very good, we have above average, we have average, we have below average, not good, and then we have our ever growing, never played category. So yeah, this is where we left off at, and then these are the franchises that we still have left to rank. Slowly but surely making our way through all of these video game franchises. I think we still have about 200 left, somewhere around 200. I think like 214 or 216, something like that left. So while it doesn't look like there's many games left, we still have quite a few. So with that being said, go ahead, grab yourself a snack, something to drink or something like that, and let's jump into the video. So first things first, I want to start off with a classic, cult classic, if you will, but just a classic, and that's going to be the Ico and Shadow of the Colossus game. Now, I've played Shadow of the Colossus. I haven't played Ico, though, and I would say it's above average. Now, I know people are going to kill me. They're going to say, well, dude, these are one of the best games ever made, and this, that, and the third, but personally, for me, I played Shadow Colossus. It was interesting, definitely an interesting series. I think the last game is the Last Guardian, if I'm not mistaken. So Ico, Shadow of the Colossus, and the Last Guardian. I've played some of the Last Guardian, but I've never played Ico. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but I've never played that game at all. I've only played Shadow of the Colossus and the Last Guardian, and while interesting games, just wasn't for me. I could honestly say that they just weren't for me. I don't know what this is, never even heard of it. I'm just going to throw that on never played because I definitely haven't played that. Devil Survivor, another game that I haven't played. Super Mario Strikers, which is basically soccer with Super Mario characters, I've never played, but I definitely heard of it. I know what it is and whatnot. I've seen gameplay of it, but not anything that I've actually played. Same thing with Paper Mario and Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. Again, another series or spin-off game of Mario that I've heard of. I can't say that I've played myself, but I know what it is. I've seen it. All of those things. Just never personally played it myself. Mercenaries, another game that I can honestly say that I've never played. Knights, another game that is actually really trippy and is actually on my backlog to play just because the gameplay that I've seen of it was extremely trippy. The only real experience I've had with Knights outside of what I've seen is there's a level in Sonic Adventure when you get inside the casino where you go like into this you basically play pinball, and Knights actually appears in like one of the pinball machines or whatever that you can play, and it's just a nice little Easter egg, I guess you could say it is. But it does appear in Sonic Adventure 1, so that was probably like my only other experience with Knights or whatever, outside of like what I've seen online and whatnot. Cooking Mama, definitely never played Cooking Mama or Overcooked, which I'm surprised I haven't seen Overcooked. Is Overcooked even in here? Let me see. I don't think I've seen. Yeah, I haven't seen Overcooked as a series, shockingly. But Cooking Mama, yeah, never played Cooking Mama. Goat Simulator, I've played this, and personally, I mean, to me, it's just not good. I know some people are gonna say, "Oh, it's like ironic or it's supposed to be bad or whatever," but it's just not for me. Mario Kart, definitely up there for me. Definitely up there, throwing that in very good. Trying to see what else we got. Dragon Age. Dragon Age, I'm gonna go ahead and throw in very good. Even though I've only played like one or two games, I played Dragon Age Inquisition, Dragon Age Veilguard. But yeah, Groove Coaster, I'm not really sure what in the world that is, but I've never played it, never even heard of it. The Fate series, I haven't played either. Heard of it, but never played it. Um, can't even tell what this is. Phantom. It looked like Phantom Breaker. I can't even tell, but I definitely haven't played that as well either. Um, let me see. What else do we got? Icewind, whatever this is. Never played that either. Uh, what else? What else? What else? Super Mario Maker. Again, kind of fairly new game that came out. I want to say during the Switch. I've heard of it, but personally have never played it. Did not even own that game when I did have a Switch. Frogger, classic. Definitely mess with Frogger. Frogger is decent. I'll throw Frogger in average. Not a bad game. I don't think I've ever played like a bad Frogger game, even though like if you played one, you've played them all. Ghosts and Goblins. This game I would put in above average. I'm not a huge fan of it because this game does not hold your hand at all, bro. This game, just like Castlevania, will kick your ass. Like it's not one of those hold your hand type of games. I didn't play much of it, but what I did play, it's definitely a challenging game for sure. Digital Devil Saga, haven't played that. What else do we have? Neptunia. I did play one of those games, but I'm gonna just say that I didn't play it. But I did play. I did stream one of those games off of PS3. Can't remember which one it was. But I played it for like a couple hours, and it was just, it was okay. Like I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it either. The Binding of Isaac, another game that's on the backlog to play. Up there with like Undertale that I've heard people talk like, just nonstop about as far as like indie games go. Definitely one of those games that so many people talked about. Okay, Overcooked, there we go. Right there next to Cooking Mama. I haven't played that game. I'm trying to think. Sega Rally, whatever that is, definitely haven't played it. I'm guessing it's some type of Sega racing game. Definitely haven't played that. Same thing for Carmageddon. Haven't played that as well. But I'm assuming that's something like Twisted Metal where you're like, combat with vehicles, cars of some sort. I've heard the name Carmageddon before, but I've never seen gameplay of it, never watched it, never played it. So I'm just kind of winging it as far as that's concerned. Then we have Spider-Man, which this is the old school Spider-Man games, right? These are like Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3, which I guess, technically speaking, I did play these games for PS2. I would say they were, I'm going to say below average, but really they were in between, like something in between average and below average. Like they weren't super bad, but they weren't really okay either. I've played those games, and again, like I said, they were okay. The Amazing Spider-Man by Activision, I haven't played those games, so couldn't really speak on those games. And then I'm shocked that I haven't seen. Well, maybe wait. Let me check down here to see if maybe they're down here. Nope. I was gonna say okay. Nope, it is here. Okay, Marvel Spider-Man. Now, Marvel Spider-Man. Not mad at these games. Marvel Spider-Man, these games are actually very good. Outside of the four stealth sections with like Mary Jane and all of that stuff, and oh man, I can't remember who's the new Spider-Man, the Black Spider-Man. Oh man, his name is Miles. Outside of the four stealth sections with Mary Jane and Miles, great games, great games. You cut the four stealth sections out of those the first games or whatever, and you have a perfect game, bro. Easily perfect game. Wild Arms, another game that I've heard of but never played. Altered Beast, never played either. Mountain Blade, definitely heard of this series. This is one of those classic series, but I've definitely never played it. Not gonna sit here and lie to you guys. Atelier, another one of those like classic series that I've heard of but never played. seen so many people talk and discuss about these games, but never played them myself. Same thing with Darkstalkers. Never played that series either. But again, another series I've seen. These are like games that like Double Dragon, another one. These are like all series that like Mountain Blade, Adlier, Darkstalkers. Like these are all series that like people like rave about that I've really haven't played myself. Hades is another one that I recently seen people talking about too. Didn't play myself. Luigi's Mansion, another one that's on my backlog of games that I definitely want to play that I didn't get around to playing. Star Wars Jedi Knight, Star Wars Fallen Order, Jedi Survivor also on that list. The Evil Within, I've played the first game, didn't play the sequel, and I will put that under good. Not super great or masterpiece, but definitely a very, very solid game. Another Naruto game, and it's still not Shippuden. I'm disappointed. Wait, no. I'm looking at the wrong list. I thought that was the actual list. I'm looking at Never Played. Never mind. I was about to say. I was about to get pissed that I seen another Naruto game, and it's not the game that I was talking about. But nope, I was looking at the wrong list. Okay, we're good. What else? What else do we have? Kirby, definitely up there. Kirby. Of the Kirby games I played, I'll throw Kirby on good. I don't think Kirby has any games that me personally, I would deem like a masterpiece, but Kirby has like solid games, solid video game series. I can't really think of any games like, that were like extremely bad or trash, but then again, I'm not that, experienced with Kirby. Like I played most of the games, but again, like I said, nothing crazy, nothing like, oh, well, this was so trash that I hated it or anything like that. Mario Tennis, never played the single Mario Tennis game. But Mario Party, I've definitely played several of the Mario Party games, and I would definitely put Mario Party in the good section. Again, no, nothing. I told you guys before, I'm more of a Sonic Shuffle, Crash Bash kind of guy. Mario Party, it's okay. I think when it comes to kart racing, that's what Mario excels at outside of their normal platforming games. Mario Kart, fire. Easily. Mario Kart washes Sonic Racing and Crash Team Racing without a doubt. But the party games, Sonic Shuffle to me washes Mario Party, and then even Crash Bash to me is much more fun to me than Mario Party. But that doesn't mean Mario Party is like trash though. You know what I'm saying? Then we have Star Wars Battlefront, which I'll throw and never played as well too. Killing Floor, another one of those games that I've heard people speak highly of, but personally I've never played. Same thing with Call of Juarez, never played that. I'm trying to see if there's anything else that I could put on the never played list, but Crackdown's another one of those games I really wanted to play on 360, but never got around to playing it. And I also throw Pinkman on there too. Pinkman is a name of a game that I've seen so many people talk about back in the day. You don't really hear people talk about Pinkman now, but back then, so many people were heavy on Pinkman and playing this game. Me personally, it was never something that I was ever interested in, and just based off looking at the game, it would never be something I would even consider playing. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like, definitely not something I would consider playing for sure. What else do we have? We have Destroy All Humans, which I've played only one of their games. I would throw Destroy All Humans in average. Like nothing too crazy, nothing like, trash, but also nothing to write home about, in my opinion. Rage, never played Rage. Bejeweled, definitely average. I'll throw Bejeweled in average for sure. What else? Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright's Ace Attorney. Recently played the trilogy, and I would throw this in above average. I recently played the trilogy off of PlayStation Premium, and I never really understood these games or how they worked, but I know so many people love these games, so I wanted to try it out, and I actually really, really enjoyed my time with the trilogy. I really enjoyed my time with that. Like, I was impressed. It was one of those moments where, like, kind of like how I talked about Kingdom Hearts, where I was like, oh, when I was young, I thought the game was trash or dumb, and then as I got older, I played it, and I'm like, oh, wow, I missed out. Yeah, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, definitely one of those games. Like, if you haven't played, you should definitely get on that and play. Definitely really fun game. The Walking Dead. I'm assuming this is the Telltale series of Walking Dead, which if it is, I'm going to throw this on very good. I won't lie, I haven't finished the series completely. I've been putting it off, but I finished pretty much everything except for the final season. I played season 1, I played season 2, I played Final Frontier, which I think is season 3. I've played the 500 Days of Summer. I've played the Michonne spinoff as well too. The only thing I haven't played is the final season, which I think I'm going to just redo the entire series and start from season 1 and just redo everything all over again and just re-experience it so I'm fresh, and then go in and play season 4 just to like kind of wrap it up, because like I said, I haven't played it, and I played the other seasons. I platinumed everything, got all the collectibles and all of that stuff like that, experienced the multiple different decisions you can make, but I kind of want to just redo everything. Rise of Triad, I will throw in never played. Definitely never played that. Alex Kidd, one of those old school games. I've definitely played this, but I'm just throwing it and never played because I genuinely don't really remember what the game was about. I do know it was like one of those old like SNES games or NES games, but the actual game slips my mind, so I'm throwing it and never played. But I definitely remember playing it along with Adventure Island, which I can't seem to find here. Okay, there we go, Adventure Island. Yeah, so I'm throwing Adventure Island there, but I definitely played that as well, too. Then we have Wario Land and WarioWare. Now, I never played WarioWare, so I'm gonna put that there, but I definitely have played Wario Land, so I'm gonna throw that in slightly above average. Moving on, we have Overwatch. Overwatch, I'm probably going to dump and not good. Not a fan of Overwatch, bro. If I'm gonna play like a hero shooter type of game, I would probably prefer to play Paladins or like Marvel Rivals or something of that sort. Overwatch, I've never really been a fan of Overwatch. Never really liked Overwatch. Never have been, an Overwatch type of person. Like Paladins, I can get behind. I enjoy playing Paladins. Marvel Rivals, I'll play Marvel Rivals, but I would play Paladins or Marvel Rivals before I ever play Overwatch. That's for certain. Lost Planet, another one of those series that's on the backlog that I hear so many people talking about. Haven't played the single one. I think there's 3 games, right? I think it's Lost Planet, 2, and then 3. Haven't played any of them, but definitely on the backlog to experience. Crazy Taxi. Whoa, where did I just teleport Crazy Taxi to? Hold on now. Crazy Taxi, okay, right here. Crazy Taxi, definitely remember Crazy Taxi from the days of like arcades and stuff like that. Definitely played it on Dreamcast as well too back in the day, so I would definitely throw Crazy Taxi on the above average list. Nothing to write home about, nothing crazy or amazing, but definitely fun. And then Max Payne, definitely a series, definitely a really good series. I'm putting that in a good category. Max Payne, I haven't played all of the games. I still need to finish 1. I think I'm like 70% done with 1. And I remember playing this during the lockdown, but I stopped playing it. But I played Max Payne 1. I finished Max Payne 3. I've never played Max Payne 2. So Max Payne 2, The Fall of Max Payne, definitely on there on my backlog that I got to finish. And then as well as Max Payne 1 for sure too. What else do we have? Conquer. For sure, I would throw on never played, even though I know about Conquer and Conquer's Bad Fur Day and all of that. But personally, I've never played Um, I often get those two games confused with like Bubsy. I don't know why, but Conquer for some reason I always get Conquer confused with Bubsy 3D, which was like another platformer type of game with like a cat or some shit like that. But I don't know why I always confuse those two games, but I really always do. Skate, one of my favorite series, bro. Oh man, so many memories playing Skate. For me, definitely goes in the very good category. So many hours spent on Skate 1 and Skate 2, bruh. Uh, what do we have next? Red Faction. Definitely have never played Red Faction. Um, or State of Decay. I'm trying to think, is there anything else here that I haven't played? I kind of want to get all of the games that I haven't played because now we're kind of getting to a smaller section of games. Ridge Racer. I want to say I played Ridge Racer, but genuinely don't remember it. Um, let's see. Dr. Mario, another Mario game spinoff that I haven't personally played. Um, is there anything else? Harvest Moon, another one I would throw in there. Let's see. Blaster Master, never played that. Heard of it. That name sounds extremely familiar, but personally have never played Blaster Master. Same thing with this. Never played this. What else? What else? Just Dance. I know what Just Dance is, but I've personally never played it. Not really my type of game. Even if I did have it, I probably wouldn't play it, to be completely honest. Let me see. Is there anything else here that I haven't? Oh, Postal. I've seen so many playthroughs and like people playing Postal, but I've personally never played it. I think okay. I haven't played this either. Another game. I don't even want to try to pronounce it. Disgaea. I don't even know how to pronounce that. I know I'm probably butchering it, but I've heard of this game. Personally, never played it. Um, I think that might actually be the last game on the list that I've personally never played. Wait, I'm trying to see. Well, I've never played Pokemon Ranger, even though that is on my backlist, my backlog. Same thing with Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Both of these games are on my backlogs, but I've just personally haven't played them yet. But and Fatal Frame, another game that's on my backlog, but I haven't played yet. Definitely want to experience this just because I'm a huge fan on horror games. And if you notice, majority of the games on this list that I haven't played yet aren't really horror games because most horror games I've actually, played or experienced. So, I'm trying to see. I'm just scrolling through, scrolling. I think that legitimately might be it. Actually, I just passed a game that I haven't played, but outside of that, okay, well, I just passed two games that I haven't played actually. Oh, three. So we could definitely put Space Invaders on that list. Haven't played Space Invaders. Heard the name before, but definitely have not played it. Super Smash Flash, I don't even know what that is. I know it's I know what Smash Bros. Melee is and all of that stuff, but I've never heard of Super Smash Flash. Let's see, what was the other game that I said I just passed? I just had passed a game that I said I didn't play. Oh, Sniper Ghost Warrior is definitely another one. I played Sniper Elite, but not Sniper Ghost Warrior. Okay, Drakengard, which is like right before Nier. Pretty sure. Never played that. Yeez, which shockingly I actually know how to pronounce it, but it's pronounced Yeez. And this was like a very, very good RPG series. On my backlog, but personally haven't gotten around to play it yet. But if you see my backlog is just just ridiculous, really ridiculous, bro. Like I can't lie. But I know of Yeast, and I have a couple of the games downloaded that I actually want to play. But yeah, Yeast definitely haven't played that yet. Um, I think I think that might be it for, as far as like games I haven't played. I think every single one of these games here that's on this list right now, I've definitely 100% played. Um, I'm just double checking the list just to make sure, but yeah, I'm pretty sure everything else on this list I have played. And I guess we'll finish up with our final game being I guess we could do Jack and Dexter, right? Because we've done Ratchet and Clank, I think, and we've done Sly Cooper. So it's only right that we also rank Jack and Dexter, and I'll put it above average. I've played like what 1 and 2. I've platinum, I think 1 and 2. Um, not bad games, not bad games at all. Oh wait, no, we haven't done Ratchet and Clank. I'm lying. Ratchet and Clank is here, so let's finish up with Ratchet and Clank. Actually, I thought I already ranked Ratchet and Clank, but I guess I haven't. But I would put Ratchet and Clank in the good. I think Ratchet and Clank is I like Ratchet and Clank a little bit more than I like Jack and Dexter, to be honest, and Sly Cooper. So I'll put Ratchet and Clank in the good. But that is going to be our final game for this video. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe for more content. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.